Our next speaker, will be our advisor, Dr. Shannon Baker.
Thanks so much for asking me to speak today. Before I begin my more prepared comments, I wanted to say a couple of things. One, I did want to note that the Provost did stop by and stand with us in congregation for a few moments out of his busy day, so he's since gone back to his cave of an office, but Dr. Gandy was here for a few minutes, so I'd like to thank him for that. I also, as I always do, want to express my pride in the students of Unity and in a changing Javelina environment. When I began working here in 2001, the GLBT group met in secrecy, fearing retaliations. You had to call a phone number and find out where the meeting was. Unity bravely decided to break this trend, to meet openly, to have homecoming floats, to be at Spring Fling, to be an active part of the community. And in so doing, they provided a safe haven for our GLBT and ally students. And so, as always, I'm just so proud of you guys. Today, in Flower Bluff, we see this model being successfully replicated as Nikki Pete's efforts and tenacity pay off with the first meeting of the Gay Straight Alliance being held on the campus of Flower Bluff after school today. So, good for Nikki Pete. Hopefully that's it with the almost crying. It's the I'm proud of you thing that always gets me. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. From the 1950s through the 1970s, a variety of civil rights activists protested so that the words set forth in the preamble of the Declaration of Independence, words that represent our nation's highest ideals, could ring true for all Americans. Here in Kingsville, Mexican-American students mobilized not only to achieve equality, but to have the right to claim that equality while still proudly expressing themselves as who they really were. There would be no don't ask, don't tell for the Mexican-American students in the 1970s. Indeed, some of those students would gather here at this very place, without the gazebo, in what they called the Speaker's Corner. Here, they laid claim to their right to assert pride in their culture and to receive equal opportunities. And now we gather here at this very place in the year 2011 to once again break the silence and raise our voices. We raise our voices because the words of the preamble still do not ring true for the GLBT community. As long as members of the GLBT community face bullying and abuse, we as a community have failed to live up to our nation's highest ideals. As long as members of the GLBT community do not have equal legal rights such as access to marriage, we as a community have failed to live up to our nation's highest ideals. And as long as members of the GLBT community feel silenced or believe that they cannot safely express themselves as who they really are, we as a community have failed to live up to our nation's highest ideals. And so, together, today, we reclaim the space of the historic Speaker's Corner, and we pick up the gauntlet from our Mexican-American Chicano predecessors so that we can continue in the important Javelina tradition of striving to ensure that all members of our community can proudly exist as who they really are. Together, let's break the silence and raise our voices to support our GLBT students, family, and friends. Thank you.